So I just quickly wanted to let you guys know that if you plan on purchasing The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies or any of the Sims packs, you can use my code FANTAYZIA on the EA app or thesims.com. This does directly support me and my channel, so I do really appreciate those of you guys who use my code. So there is some more speculation around that has gotten me pretty curious about a lot of things for The Sims 4. I feel like a lot of things with The Sims 4 may be changing, as we know The Sims 4 still has many years. And I just feel like some things have been going on that we never expected to happen, you know. Of course, things that we hoped for so long, like infants, and then they did end up coming, and I do feel like we're going to get preteens eventually. And going all along with that, there is speculation that we're going to be getting aging sliders for Create a Sim. So modders have found some coding that indicates that aging sliders for Create a Sim could be in development. Or there's definitely going to be something. Of course, no one knows exactly how it's going to work. Based on the coding found, it looks like something's going to be changing in Create a Sim. Of course, we don't know when, but I do hope it would be this year. I feel like if it's found in the coding now, then it will come this year. But of course, things can be scrapped, so who knows. But over on simscommunity.info, there is this article that I'm going to have linked down below, so definitely go ahead and give it a read. I'm not going to be reading everything from this article, but it does say here, it seems like we're about to get the Sims 4 aging sliders eventually in Create a Sim. So the latest patch has drove modders to dig through all the coding and stuff, and some things were found. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with Turbo Driver. He's the creator of Wonderful Whims and Wicked Whims. He's the one who actually found this whole aging slider thing. So there is an unused new addition from the game patch. There are now 2 new variables for a new type of cast slider labeled as aged. Perhaps these will be used to make Sims look more aged with special sliders tied to aging, like in a new pack that would have features related to getting old, which I do believe we will get a pack for elders. That has been requested for a long time. So here's the coding here. You can see it says things like aged face modifiers. I don't know what all of this means because I don't look into coding, but this is indicating that there should be some sort of age sliders coming to Create a Sim. So then there's also aged body modifiers. Honestly, I have always wanted the ability to kind of like gradually age my Sims in a way, even if it's done in Create a Sim with a slider. I feel like it'd be really cool if we could drag a slider up and down and they would kind of like look different ages based on that, because you know with The Sims 4 the jump can be pretty drastic, and I think this would be a cool way to kind of have Sims look different ages from each other, even if, you know, 2 Sims are both in the adult category. I feel like being an adult is a pretty big range, and there'll be some adults that still look pretty young and then some adults that are starting to have some aging and stuff. Same with elders, you know what I mean? I would love to see, you know, Sims who have just become an elder, they have some wrinkles, but it's not like a ton. And then as they get older into like the elder stage, further and further into it, they get more and more wrinkles. It does also say here the speculated 2 new Sims 4 aging sliders will bring 1 new slider for Sim faces and 1 for Sim bodies, letting you manipulate the age of your Sim through a visual slider that will change their looks. It's just a great way to have gradual aging without them actually having to do that like with gameplay, if that makes sense, because I don't think they will ever go back and implement gradual aging like as an actual feature where, you know, all the Sims are constantly changing, because I feel like they just wouldn't work well. I also feel like it would cause a lot of problems with the game. So I think a slider is like the perfect way to go about it, because then we have that ability and it would just be for visuals, but I feel like it would add so much realism. I also think something like this would be really great for the teens. I don't know if they would include the aging sliders for teens, but I think that would be really, really cool. I don't see it working like that. I don't know. I feel like it's more so going to be like wrinkle related. Like being able to slide it up and down and they'll look like a little bit older, have like, you know, some crow's feet starting, things like that. I don't know though. I guess we'll have to see. But I do want to know your guys' thoughts about this. Comment down below. And if they ever were to bring some sort of gradual aging to The Sims 4, I want to know how you guys would like to see it. So would you like a slider like this in Create a Sim? That doesn't really add any new gameplay and things like that, but you can go into Create a Sim and drag the slider up and down and have your Sims look different ages. Or would you prefer if they actually went back and redid the whole aging system? I am curious. I don't feel like The Sims will ever bring something where you can like set your Sims age to like, you know, 21, or if you're making a teenager, being able to have, you know, set them as like 13 as they, you know, just became a teenager, and then go ahead and change them to like 17 as they're almost a young adult. I don't think they'll ever do something like that. So I don't think it's going to work like that, but who knows? And of course, as mentioned, this could be something that's scrapped. There sometimes is things in the coding that's found that never makes its way to the game, but something like this, I feel like it will happen, and I feel like it's something people have been wanting, and it is nice to see that something like this clearly is being, you know, worked on. They're definitely looking into things like this, which is great, because with The Sims 4 going on for as long as it has been, with many more years to come, I feel like things like this should be there. And then we finally just got burglars. I feel like slowly but surely we are getting the things that should be in The Sims 4. But yeah, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Comment down below. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.
Simple minds. I guess we'll take it one